Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another deck profile. This time it's going to be on these guys that are umbrella monsters basically. And before I start the video, I know I've been gone for a very long time, for like 9 months now. I couldn't make any single videos or anything or any new deck profiles because I was pretty much busy with school life, stuff like that. But continuing on anyways after that, sorry, I apologize. First, we got one Armageddon Knight, which basically is just kind of to fit in the dark theme of this deck. Next, we got two Dark Resonators. Now, Dark Resonator, it's not really needed, I guess, but it kind of fits in with the rest of the deck where it's under 1,500, or it's under 1,500 attack. And plus, it's a tuner, and in our extra deck, we do have some synchros, kind of bring out the old synchros back again, Next up, we got two Kage, or however you pronounce it, I don't know. Just, easy Xyz summon material thing if you summon a level 4, and pretty much this is built up on level 4s. Next up, we got Mystic Tomato, whichever way. But you guys know the effect of Mystic Tomato. If not, you can just search it up or something, but, it's pretty much just to spam and get some Xyz going on. Yeah. Then, next we have two Summoner Monks. Summoner Monk, basically, it's also another Xyz type of material, because you can special summon a monster by discarding one spell card. So it's pretty easy, and it's pretty good defense too, so, it just perfectly fits into the deck. Next up we have Umbral Horror Ghoul, finally getting to the actual cards of the deck, which, if you guys didn't know, the effect is once per turn you can activate this effect. This card's attack becomes 0, and if it does, special summon one Umbral Horror monster with 0 attack from your hand. So basically this monster has 1,800 attack. It's a pretty good attacker by itself anyways. And its effect really can make a little chain with other monsters. But basically we have 3 Umbral Horror Ghouls, and then we have 3 Umbral Horror Unform. Now, with this card and Ghoul, these two cards really do match up. Now, this is the effect of Umbral Horror Uniform. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 2 Umbral Horror monsters from your deck. You can only use the effect of Umbral Horror Unform once per turn. So when this monster is destroyed, basically, you can special summon 2 Umbral Horror monsters from your deck. Then once you do that, you can summon Umbral Horror Ghoul, activate his effect, and you can special summon another Umbral Horror monster from your hand in order for it to turn to 0 attack. So basically, you could easily have 3 monsters out in the field with not so much complication, basically. And I'll show you another card that also kind of fits that description too. Anyways, next up we got Umbral Horror Will-O-the-Wisp. He has a pretty long effect, but here it is. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one other Umbral Horror monster you control or in the graveyard until the end phase. This card's level becomes that monster's level. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, if it was face up at the start of the damage step, destroy that monster and destroy it. So basically, it's kind of like a monster that can transform its levels, basically. It's just part of the Umbral things, so I decided to put it in there. Next, and it's pretty good. Nice, just extra monster in the deck. Next up, we got Umbral Soul. Basically, not really a monster that matches up with the other Umbrals. This is the effect here. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy all face-up and non-dark type monsters. Now, it's not really a good type monster, it's not exactly fitting in with any chain or anything. It doesn't really help the deck, and it doesn't really hinder it too much. But you can easily get out 3 monsters with Umbral Ghoul and Umbral Horror Unform. And you can basically just sacrifice someone pretty quickly with all these monsters, or like Xyz or Synchro, Umbral Soul is just there to be an option for you if you want to, sacrifice and, just get that monster out. Okay, that's it with the monsters, and now we're gonna go ahead and get into the spell cards, which are Allure of Darkness, 2 Dark Eruptions, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Dark Mamble. Mamble. I don't know. That's how to pronounce it. Mamble, mumble, whatever. But basically, why I have this card is because if you control 3 or more dark monsters, target 1 face-up card on the field and banish that target. Now, right there, that matches exactly with the little chain that Umbral Horror Ghoul and Unform do. Basically, you can get out 3 monsters with their effects if you combine them together, and you can easily use this card once they're summoned, and you can banish 1 card. Or target 1 face-up card on the field and banish that target. So basically, it's a pretty good card to have. I have 2 of these here. Next up, Heavy Storm, 1 Magical Mallet, just to reroll if you get a whole bunch of worthless cards, I guess. 1 Mind Control, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 rank up magic, Barian's Force. Now, I have, what is it, like 1 Chaos Xyz, but I do have, like 1 Chaos Xyz and 2 Barian's Force. Now, the reason I mostly have this is because, and mostly I have more spells, is because of Summoner Monk, just give them a little bit of fuel and you'll go ahead and get your special summons going on and hopefully just do whatever you gotta do. Next up, we're going on to the traps finally. We got Bottomless Trap Holes, 2 of them obviously. We got Breakthrough Skill, which is, I don't know, it's a pretty good card now. We got Mirror Force, we got a Safe Zone, and I'll tell you why we got a Safe Zone soon. But we got a Solemn Warning and 2 Spirit Barriers. Spirit Barriers pretty much kind of like somewhat of a must-have, because while you control a monster, you take no battle damage. And since all the Umbral cards, I think, except Umbral Soul, are 0 attack, well, Umbral Horror Ghoul isn't, but if you activate its effect, it'll be 0, 0, 0, and then 2000. But if you activate Umbral Ghoul's effect, then, it's kind of like, you kind of need this card just so you won't take any battle damage if something goes wrong. Okay, that's it with the actual deck itself. Now we're gonna move on to the extra deck. Now, keep in mind, you can put any level 7 or any other Synchro monsters that you wanted to, but I just picked 2 random ones. You can switch it up if you want. Obviously, you can switch it up and kind of drift it to your own way. So what I decided to pick was just a Lightning Warrior, just typical, and Scrap Archfiend with just buff attack. But anyways, moving on to the XCs, we got 1 Blade Armor Ninja, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Gem Knight Pearl, 1 Master of the Symphony Jin, number 104 Masculine. This is actually the new numbers card, which works pretty well with the Umbrals, I guess. It's actually in the show too, where I think in the show they used this card already, and it's pretty good. Next up, number 39 Utopia, number 44 Sky Pegasus, which is the new one, also the Sacred Numbers, I think it is. Black Ship of Corn, number 66 Master Key. Now, Master Key Beetle really does make a nice, good card, especially with Safe Zone, because both their effects. Safe Zone protects the monster, in this case number 66, Master Key Beetle, and Master Key Beetle protects Safe Zone with its effect of not letting anything happen to it. So, next up, you got Chaos number 104, Masquerade Umbral Horror. I don't know, that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. But basically, this is the Chaos Xyz monster that I was talking about. The reason we have Barian's Force and other reasons too. But basically, this is the card Y, and let me read you the effect of this Chaos Xyz, because not many people have seen it, or pretty much I haven't seen anyone use this card either. So, when this card is special summoned, you can target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target while this card has number 104 Masquerade attached to it. It has an Xyz material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you can detach one Xyz material from that card and negate that activation. Then you can send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and if you do, have your life point. And if you do, halve your opponent's life points. So that's a pretty good card already with its effects. But it's a pretty good card anyway. It's a pretty good Chaos Xyz. But moving on, we got number C39 Utopia Ray, just for the Utopia, you know. And then we got 2 Steelworm Roaches. Basically, as you can see, or if you noticed anyways, all of our Xyzs were pretty much level 4s. And that's pretty much what you need, because all these monsters here are level 4s except Dark Resonator and Umbral Will-o'-the-Wisp. But pretty much other than that, every other little thing is level 4s. So, and if you want to use this combination of Ghoul and Unform, you can special summon potentially three Ghoul monsters or Umbral monsters, and you can basically just Xyz summon to your heart's content. Or you could just like Xyz summon to this monster, which requires 3 level 4 monsters. But yeah, so that's pretty much the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would rate this like. Basically, I'm gonna do this new thing where I'm gonna rate a deck depending on whether it's competitive, just fun, or just pretty bad. I like to call this deck a nice little fun type deck game. Now, I don't know, if you kind of tamper with it a little bit and find way better cards than what I put in this deck, then you can definitely potentially be a nice competitive deck to use. And you can win with it a lot of times. I kind of played with this deck already a tiny bit. I've won a couple of games. What is it called? It's a pretty fun deck. Like, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either, you know. So, I don't know, if you guys are just looking to have some fun with the deck, then this deck is pretty good to have fun. Here's, like, basically an overview of all the cards here. Pretty fun deck, in my opinion. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later. See ya, my friends. Yeah, pretty much.